So Mark, it was a great display of football at the weekend for the women's team. What do you make of that performance?
I thought we were very professional. I thought we could have been more ruthless. We'll get that out of the way before we start. But I really enjoyed. I asked the players before in the pre-match. I said, "Show me who you are. This is a tough end to the week where it's an unknown. Show us who you are." And they acted brilliantly. And as a whole collective, even the players that came in make a huge difference too. So to win the game 5-1, that we didn't want to concede the goal we conceded, but I think it shows the standards of the players. And that's really exciting, really, really exciting this stage of the season for us to put a performance like that on.
There was a lovely interview after that game between Jade and Mel, and they spoke about how this team is so unique with how they get on with each other off the pitch that makes them so creative on the pitch. And that must be a delight as a coach to see.
It is, and I mean, I haven't even heard that interview. So for them to say that, people think that we often talk about being together. People think we kind of plug them to do it. They just love being around each other. And my coaching philosophy has changed a lot over my time as a head coach, and where it used to be tactical based, and it's much more about position now, and how they can get the best out of each other in the different formations and shapes. And I looked at the way they cohese and the way they interact, and it's starting to build something special. I think you can see it, just the way they're moving together. And if we can continue to do that, then I think this is going to be a special group, as you're already seeing on the field and off the field.
Now, there was an unfortunate moment in that game where Millie Turner was injured. Have we got any update on her?
We're still waiting to assess. She's obviously had scans and stuff, but we're waiting to see the severity of it. But I think we'll know more by the end of the week. But regardless, we'll make sure that we look after Millie, and she'll be in the best of hands, no doubt. And as I say, we'll update a bit more at the end of the week and see where people are at.
Now, this is a huge week for the team because the pathway of our European destiny is going to be decided on Thursday. How much are you looking forward to this challenge?
It's a huge challenge, and we have a deficit to overturn. But, and I must stress this, we are confident in ourselves, and that's not an arrogance. We work hard. You know us. We work really hard, and I think and I believe in this group that we'll work hard to try and find solutions on the night, and then all we can do is perform. Whatever happens on there, I felt that in Brann, we were the better team and we performed well. We just didn't take our chances. It bodes well that we've gone into the weekend and took chances, but I still want more. And I want to see this togetherness, this unique team go and face a great challenge in front of our fans, because that's going to be the most important thing for us. But we're going to give it our all and be excited by hopefully the outcome, but take nothing for granted.
If you reflect back on that first leg, you mentioned the work rate there. There's no denying the graft that this team put in, is there?
I think it's who we are. It's part of our DNA. I look at our city as a unique place in the world where it's full of connected people that work really, really hard. The worker bee. People that are just so honest but creative. And I think that's who we're trying to design our team around, is the base of who we are as a city, and in the world we have a unique place. So I want our team to reflect that, and so it's a non-negotiable to work your socks off until you can give no more, and then add creativity and quality, because I think that's a lovely blend, and that's what we're trying to aim for. But we're going to need it in these next 2 games coming up. We're going to need absolutely everything, every bit of creativity, every bit of work, and we're going to need everybody in the squad to be able to do their part.
We are, and when you've already played them as well, it gives you that little taste of exactly how they play, that bit more of analysis side of it, and to have that little bit of information is key, because it is all or nothing on this Thursday night. It
is, and we see, when we played them before, we didn't really know. You see their league and you don't see them in a deep block, and all of a sudden they play us and they're in a deep block for a lot of the game. So you look at how they counter, what their movements are, their details, and for us now, we have a good kind of account of that. But we must make sure that we see everything, and the little things that they're maybe not showing us, we need to be prepared for those. But I think if we can get to our high standard level, we'll create enough chances, and then if we can take them, then we can do ourselves the justice we hopefully deserve. But we're going to work hard, create and just in front of our fans try and give them a show.
We play at Leigh Sports Village on Thursday. That is an incredible advantage to have because we've seen it on so many huge moments throughout our time at Leigh Sports Village where it's become hostile in the best possible way, and those are the atmospheres that you and the rest of the players must crave.
Well, we talk about as players and staff just the home advantage. You know, you look at Leigh and our record at Leigh is incredible, and that's because of the fans, and that's because of the energy they bring, and we're going to need them. We're going to need them. We've got 2 games coming up at home that we'll need them to bring their best so that we can help support that. And I've always said that when we cohese and we're working in unison, then we're a real force for anybody to play against. And we need to create that. We need to help them create that, and they need to help us create that. And if we can do that together on Thursday, then we'll give Brann a tough time, and that's the aim. To win the game, we've got to give Brann a tough time. So we need to work in unison to make sure that we are, ready for the challenge. And what I'd say is to obviously use that energy, but also understand that the game is 90 plus minutes, and that actually sometimes they're blocking. You've got to work through that block. You've got to be patient. So if they can be patient with us, we can unlock together, hopefully, the opportunity to go through.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed and good luck.
Thank you.